My name is Michael Bernard. I have the great privilege to be a trustee of the Royal Humane Society, which celebrates its 250th anniversary this year. This story comes from 1825. To give a little context, this was the year in which Charles X became the last Bourbon King of France. George Stephenson's Locomotion No. 1 became the first steam train to carry passengers on a public railway line, and Tsar Alexander I of Russia died of typhus aged 47. Our story is in the form of a letter to the Secretary, or Chief Executive, of the Royal Humane Society on the 25th of October of that year. Dear Sir, I have the honour to communicate to you the result of a most humane and persevering application of the means proposed by the Royal Humane Society for restoring suspended animation, as exercised by a French captain in this port towards an English sailor, and which I hope the Society will consider deserving of a medal. In this country, many wear decorations and medals for having destroyed life, while few are seen for having saved it. In the severe storm of Friday the 4th of February, a British sloop called the Thomas and Eleanor of Whitby, coming in ballast into this harbour, missed the port and was driven on shore. The captain was washed overboard and drowned. A cabin boy was so exhausted by fatigue that he died in removing from the vessel, and another of the crew, about 18 years of age, named James Wood of Lynn in Norfolk, was apparently dead also, and with the two surviving sailors, almost senseless, was placed in a hut on the shore to await some formalities before they could be brought into town. The lad James Wood had so little appearance of life that he was placed by the corpse of the cabin boy, when a French captain, named John Morel, instigated by the most honourable feeling, was permitted by the sentinel to enter the hut on stating that he had some restoratives for the shipwrecked men. Captain Morel directly tore off his own clothes to get at his flannel waistcoat, with which he chafed the lad's limbs, and in this he was seconded by Mr. Salome, a shipbroker. He procured a hot brick which he placed on the young man's body, and almost by main strength he forced open the mouth to insert a piece of wood to prevent the mouth closing, and he continued his humane efforts with ceaseless perseverance for an hour and 5 minutes, when the lad showed signs of life. Captain Morel then carried him to his own house and completed the good work he had thus begun by restoring the youth to health and vigour, so much so that he was enabled to return to England perfectly recovered on the 14th ult. Captain Morel, unassuming as he is humane, makes no boast of this, feeling amply rewarded by the success of his exertions, which must, I trust, more strongly recommend him to the favourable consideration of the directors of your valuable institution. It turns out that on the 4th of June that year, Captain Morel was sent the Society's silver medal for his life-saving, and that is an amazing story of someone who saved a life that everybody else had given up on. The Royal Humane Society exists to celebrate the saving of life, and often the bravery of those who do so. It's a very small charity and exists only through the generosity of its supporters. Please explore the website and give generously. You could consider becoming a governor, which costs only £100 a year. Governors are invited to the annual meeting where the bravest of the brave are presented with their awards. In 2024 only, there'll be a service in St. Paul's Cathedral to which governors will be invited. Thank you for listening to the story, and please do share it with friends and family. Thank you.